Hello, valued investors. Welcome to SSI Corporate Access third quarter earnings call series with DG World Corporation. Please remain muted for optimal sound quality. To ask questions during the Q&A session, either prefer to the chat box or raise hand and wait until your turn to unmute. Firstly, we would like to introduce Mr. Đoàn Hồng Việt, the CEO of DG World, and Ms. Lê Khả Tú, the DG World IR specialist. The representatives from DG World will provide a brief presentation on Q3 result updates and outlook for the coming time. Then we'll move on to the Q&A session. Mr. Viet, Ms. Tu, please go ahead. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Next, I'm Khả Tú, and next to me is Mr. Viet, CEO of DG World. Thank you for being here today. And now I will start the meeting. And first, I will present this presentation. Our presentation have 5 main parts. In introduction and company overview, you will know our who we are, what we do, and our history. In business overview, you will know our product portfolio, our distribution network. In growth driver, you will know what a strategic opportunity for us to accelerate our growth. And because almost of you already know about DG World and have attended the Q2 earning calls, so I will jump to the financial overview and briefly update Q3 business results. Here is our Q3 business results. As you can see that we have reached 3,624 billion dong in terms of net revenue, increasing 39% year-on-year, and we have reached 75 billion dong, increasing 44% year-on-year in terms of net profit. For laptops and tablets, we have a slight increase by 13%. Even the market is decreased, we still increase. It means that DG World are gaining more market share in laptop and tablets. And in mobile phones, we have achieved a robust growth of 84%, thanks to the increasing of Xiaomi market share and the contribution of iPhone sales. Office equipment have slightly increased by 2%, and consumer goods decreased 6%. And in DG World, we have managed to increase our revenue for every quarter of every year for every product category. As you can see, in laptop and tablets, we have increased 22%, mobile phones increased 82%, office equipment 15%, and consumer goods 149%. And mobile phones still is the largest contributor in our revenue with 52%. And this is the picture for 9 months. We have enjoyed the 42% growth in terms of net revenue and 49% growth in terms of net profit. Laptop and tablets advanced 40%, mobile phone increased about 62%, office equipment and consumer goods has slightly increased, and the same as last year. Besides the good business results, we also improved our financial ratio. In Q3, we have recorded a positive profitability ratio. The gross margin will remain at good rate at 6.4%, operating margin at 2.7%, and net margin improved to 2.1%. In operating ratio, we try to manage the inventory day faster and cut the cycle shorter, like the inventory days down to 24 days, the receivable day down to 22, and payable day increased to 15. In DG World, we don't have the long-term long-term borrowing. We used to finance our working capital by short-term debt and short-term loans used to one-to-one to our equity. But this quarter, we reduced to 45%. In earlier of this year, we have this business plan with 10,200 billion dong in revenue and 202 billion dong in net profit. But for the 9 months, we have completed more than 80% of this plan. So in the end of this year, we are confident that we will assist this plan. And that's all for our brief update of business results. And we would please to answer your question. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you for your insightful presentation. The Q&A session will now begin. Again, to ask questions during the Q&A session, please either refer to the chat box or raise hand and wait until your turn to unmute. Are there any questions on the floor? We have received a question about third quarter gross margin is a bit lower than last year. What is the reason for that?
We are increasing sales expense for promotion, but still in right control.
I'm sorry, Mr. Viet, could you please repeat the answer? The sound is a little bit roughly.
The gross margin is a bit decreased, right? Because the mobile phone contribution is higher, and the mobile phone gross margin is lower than another segment.
Thank you. What percentage of your mobile phone revenue is from Xiaomi?
This year, I don't say exactly the revenue for each brand. Only we have the 3 brands, but the Xiaomi contribute about top 3 about 5%.
What is the market share of Apple products in Vietnam? iPhone, iPad, and MacBook products. How about Xiaomi market share?
Apple market share in Vietnam, we have the 2 revenue official revenue and can count to the DGW report company. It's from 8 to 10% up to further. But the gray market is the same size. The total market, Apple have about 16%, 20% in terms of volume, but in terms of value, around 35-40%. Both official product and gray product. Xiaomi market share in our volume is right now is 10%.
Thank you. And have you already started distribution for Apple?
Yes, we start from Q3. But this time, the end of iPhone 11 life cycle, and market demand still lower and lower until the Apple launch iPhone 12. With iPhone 12, we will have work in Vietnam in December, and we will have revenue from iPhone 12 from December.
What is Apple contribution to total revenue in Q3, and what is the timeline for launching new model of the next iPhone?
So Apple revenue contribute in Q3 is a bit higher 10% from the product product, iPhone, iPad, and accessory. And iPhone 12 we have in Vietnam in December, and we will have revenue from iPhone 12 in December. They launched in the world already, but Vietnam is a second tier country. That is, we have the product about 6 weeks later than the first year, like US, Japan.
Thank you. How much Xiaomi mobile phone is currently contribute to the total Xiaomi sales? Does DigiWorld plan to sell any other Xiaomi products such as TV, home appliances, etc.?
We sell a lot of the eco product besides the Xiaomi phone. Xiaomi TV, we may have the plan, and maybe in this quarter we have a small revenue from Xiaomi TV. And of course, the TV is the important market. Total size of market is the 40,000 Vietnamese dong, and a very big market.
Regarding the market share from Xiaomi mobile phones, is there any possibility for Xiaomi to raise market share beyond the current level?
Our target in December in Xiaomi market share will be 30%. That is grow 30% in our share.
For Nokia, we see that retailers starting to sell Nokia recently. Is DigiWorld still distributing Nokia mobile phones?
We will have relationship, but the very small number. Nokia is not doing well in Vietnam.
How much revenue does DigiWorld expect to earn from Nokia next year? Is it likely for Nokia to gain back market share?
Have you knew that the Nokia just changed the CEO, and his ex-friend he's worked for Huawei in the past, and now by Nokia, and I'm waiting the new from him for some new strategy, new product, and maybe have a recovery of the Nokia business.
What is DigiWorld current market share for laptop? And does DigiWorld have any plan to distribute new laptop brands?
Yeah, we win market share from current vendor, and we have add-on vendor. This is laptop talent. We have product from Huawei, from Apple iPad, and Apple MacBook. Not sure that we're still looking for the new supplier like Microsoft Surface or something like this.
What is DigiWorld expected revenue and net income for 2021?
Yes, but we still maintain 30% growth from the actual 2019. It's roughly about 15,000, 16,000 Vietnamese dong in terms of revenue. This come from the current business and the full year impact of Huawei and Apple, and new partner will be signed in this year or next year.
Are there any other questions from the investors? Please feel free to raise hand and please wait until you can unmute. There is a question, how is margin in each segment and can it improve further?
The margin in each segment is lowest in mobile phone, average in a laptop, and highest in the office equipment. I don't see the trend to improve the margin, but we can improve net profit through the cut the expense because this is a volume game. We have more revenue and we don't have more warehouse or more management or something like that.
Do you see any potential M&A opportunities during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Sure, they give us a lot of potential to M&A. Our strategy to M&A with the company, the maximum size is about 25-30% of DGW, and the valuation is the same industry, and the valuation can give us more product portfolio or more channel, and have a good team. And of course, the valuation might be lower than DGW right now.
Regarding to the pandemic, many people fear of the third and fourth waves coming. What is DGW view for the coming time of the impacts?
Luckily, Vietnam control the pandemic well, and the total economic still growing. And with the digital, we are is a very low fixed cost, and we are very flexible. And some segment of our business, like the laptop, tablet, the demand is increased, and we have increased.
What is your strategies to gain market share in consumer goods and healthcare, provided that your market share is still very small? Do you use competitive price strategy?
No, our revenue still small because we don't have new supplier. It's not linked with the price competitive, and strategy that we try to find more supplier or M&A with the current digital who have a good supplier.
We see that administrative expenses in third quarter was much lower than last year. What could be the reason?
This is the have some tend to report to sales expense because of some incentive for the employee. We will link with the results of the company. I want to book in the sales expense. They look more lean.
Thank you. Does Xiaomi plan to increase average selling price for its mobile phones? Focus more on selling mid-end rather than low-end mobile phones?
Correct.
Does Xiaomi plan to increase average selling price for the mobile phones?
Yeah, it's correct. We introduce more in the window segment like before. That is strategy from the vendor. We want to improve the average selling price.
So does it mean that you will focus more on selling mid-end products rather than low-end mobile phones?
Yes, exactly.
DigiWorld signed contract with Unilever at the beginning of this year, but we see no growth in consumer goods segment. What is the reason for the underperformance?
That is we pending the launching new product. Imported product. We're not launching until now because of COVID reason, and I believe not a good time to introduce new brand.
Regarding the consumer goods, DG World has put a hold on new FMCG contracts. Do you see any impacts in the coming time?
Yes, we have done one contract in negotiation and maybe done in this quarter, and we have next year impact. Next year you continue to consumer good.
Thank you very much. Are there any other questions from the investors? Please wait for a few minutes for the investors to ask questions. Thank you. At the moment, I don't see any other questions to DG World representatives. So because of that, thank you for your participation. And if there are any further inquiries from the investors, we will forward to the DG World representatives accordingly. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Viet. Thank you, Ms. Du, for joining today.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. You're welcome.